All right, y'all, it's time for some spring cleaning. Let's go. Okay, was that a little dramatic? Yeah, probably. All right, guys, we've had that FlexFlame for a couple of months now. We've got a bunch of cooks on it. Now it's time to show you how to clean up this bad boy. Oh, guys, real quick, I want to thank this week's sponsor, BetterHelp, but more on them later. Now, it is an outdoor grill. How much you want to clean it is totally up to you. I'm going to give it the once over. I'm going to show you the stuff I have to do a little cleaning on it. I'll put links down below for the stuff I use to clean it, but it's not such an in-depth thing. We're just going to do scraping, a little wiping down, and then we'll be good to go, okay? And we'll fire it up again and let it kind of burn through, but pretty simple stuff here, okay? It's nothing more complicated than cleaning any other gas grill you have, so just bear that in mind. If you're trying to clean it so it's back to sparkly new and factory like, probably not going to happen. That's not really what happens with grills, but you know, we'll do our best to get it nice and cleaned up and ready for the springtime use. So when you're cleaning your FlexFlame, we're going to work from the top down, meaning we're going to open up the lid, clean that out, clean the sides. Then we'll start scraping the grill grates, get those nice and cleaned up. If I were y'all, I'd invest in some nice thick, those black nitro gloves. I'll have a link down below for those too with all the cleaning supplies. But it just makes things a little easier as you're going. You're not getting all crazy dirty on your hands and on your fingernails, all that good stuff. So I would invest in some good gloves for this cleaning job. So as we're working our way down, we'll scrape off the grates, pull those out. Then we'll use our scraper to get on the inside, get all the grease and soot in there. And that's gonna all fall down to the grease tray, which we'll pull out and change. I have those internal linings for that grease tray, so it's just to pull it out and dump it, put a new one in, and you're ready to cook again. Now, if you have the griddle attachments, I'll put a link up there for my griddle seasoning, cleaning, maintaining video. Just go over there. I'm not going to really touch on the griddle cleaning part. So watch that video if you want to learn how to, you know, season, maintain, and clean your griddle parts. If I haven't covered something that you have a question for on cleaning the FlexFlame, put it in the comments and I'll get back to you on it. Other than that, let's get started. Now, before we get to cleaning, I want to thank this week's sponsor, BetterHelp. Y'all listen, mental health is just so important to me. Guys, I used to bottle up my feelings all the time, let it, you know, get to the point where it explodes, right? I don't do that anymore because thankfully I have access to BetterHelp and the good therapists over there. Having someone to talk to, get all that stress, all those thoughts, all my focus that's been all over the place, get it all out there and talk through it is crucial to my well-being. And guys, you can take advantage of BetterHelp too. All you got to do is fill out a simple questionnaire and they'll match you up with a licensed therapist. It doesn't have to be in your area either. It could be from anywhere. So you can do your therapy online, in your home, in your bathrobe, in the backyard, while you're barbecuing, all that stuff, okay? And if you don't jive with that therapist, right, you can ask for another one and they'll switch you up and get you someone you jive with. Guys, finding a therapist in this day and age is crazy hard. You're gonna get to Google? No, you're not. You got BetterHelp here to help you find a licensed therapist that is both easier and more affordable. So if you guys want to take advantage of BetterHelp, click that link down below. It's betterhelp.com/cookingwithcj and it'll save you 10% off your first month's therapy. Y'all, like I said, that mental health is very important. You guys need to keep it in check just like I do. So don't miss out. Hit that link down below. And guys, again, thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and being such a great channel partner over the years. Now let's get some elbow grease going and get that grill cleaned. What do you say? All right, y'all, so let's go over the stuff we're using to clean this bad boy up. We have a little plastic scraper right there. These are the gloves I was talking about. Venom steel, they're really strong and they'll stand up to cleaning. Crocodile Cloth, the grill version. All right, these are made for the grills. And then I have a grill and smoker cleaner degreaser. I folded down the label so you don't see it's a competing brand from Ninja. Then I got a couple rags there. And this is basically all we're using to clean it out. And then we have a little wire brush right here for the grill grates. Listen, if you guys, you know, don't want to use the wire brushes and you're worried about, you know, wire particles getting in your food, then don't use this. I'll put a couple options for a grill brush in the link in the description. Then I have this little metal brush here that we're going to use to clean out the hopper on the wood fire pellet hopper. All right, team, so we're looking at the lid right here. Look, that's, you know, you could spend hours trying to clean that, you know, the back end of this, but this is where all the smoke and the, you know, the heat and the soot, it's all cooked on. So I really wouldn't stress about that. What I'm gonna do is I got the Crocodile cloth here. I'm gonna spray a little of that grill cleaner on there. Just adding double the solution to it, I guess you'd call it. And just get the grease and the bits that you can off of there. Again, you're not gonna get this shiny new, but there are little particles on there that you can get off. You know, just keep it nice and, you know, sanitary, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like if I try to clean this thing, nothing's gonna happen. You know, I could put some elbow grease on it, you know, I could really push, you know, and try to get something off, but it's not gonna make that huge of a difference. You're gonna get a little of that soot off, but it's gonna stay that color. We'll give it a quick spray down. We got our little cloths here. They unfold, they're pretty big. And you're just gonna, you know, you're just getting a nice little wipe down. Make your Ninja shiny. There is some soot on there that will come off. Nothing too crazy. So now we can concentrate on the inside here. There's plenty of grease and grime on this. So I'm gonna take these cloths and just wipe it down. Get the little bits you can. Right? And how clean you want this is basically, you know, how much time you're gonna put into it, right? For me, I just want to get that grease bit off of there. You know, the smoke goes around this. Obviously all the food is, you know, jumping up on this thing. You know, the grease and all that jazz. So get it nice and cleaned up. You know, your rags will look a little, you know, ragged, but you just get a nice clean job in there. And I'll use these cloths all the way on the inside here, the other side over here too. And, you know, just keep at it. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, spend the whole video wiping stuff down, but you get the gist of what I'm doing here. And I'm going to use these cloths on the outside here on the wood fire flavor box. I'm just going to give it a nice wipe down. You know, when you're cooking, grease gets everywhere. So it ain't gonna hurt to, you know, just give it a general wipe down everywhere. Then I'll use one of these washcloths and just kind of get any of the leftover wet. Just kind of go over it, dry it off. If there's any grease that was missed, wipe it down. Okay, so we got the inside wiped down pretty well. Got all the grease and the bits off. I got my little brush right here. So we got the inside wiped down pretty well. The lid got a little wiped down the outside, the wood fire box here. Got the fan, got it around it a little bit. We're gonna take this grill brush here and just scrape all the goodies off this grill grate. Pretty simple. I keep these relatively clean. I give them a scrape after every use. But, you know, there's still some bits and pieces in there. Just get in between. I like this brush because it has like the grooves in it, so it goes in between pretty well. And then obviously by scraping inside the grill here, all those bits are going down, and we'll continue to scrape those down into the grease catch. I'm gonna go ahead and lift these off, turn them over. There's junk on the bottom, so just kind of scrape them back into the grill right here. Get those fairly cleaned off and then set them aside. We have the grill grates taken out. I have another one of these little rags here, and we're just gonna wipe the front down. Get that little kind of grill lip right there where your grill grate sits. We'll give the chrome a little wipe down right here. You can see it's a little discolored from, you know, the heat in the grill, but this comes off relatively easy. So again, as part of the cleaning process here, we have these burner covers here. So we're just gonna take our little plastic scraper here. I do not recommend using, you know, metal, right? And just scrape at them. Again, they're not gonna be perfect. You're just getting the bits off. Nothing terribly complicated here so far, right? And then do the same with these. You're not gonna get them shiny new, so don't stress about that. But you do want to get these little grease bits off, the burnt, caked on pieces, right? You just keep scraping. I'll do the rest. bring you back. Okay, we got the burners scraped off and moved aside. Now you can take a look in here. You can see all the bits that we scraped off. They're in the bottom there. I am not going to try to take off these burners, but I'm going to scrape around them. You can see the grease catches back there, so we're going to scrape all around that and push that stuff down into it. And then I'll show you how to change the grease catch too. Just get in there and scrape all that goodness down. All right, just work your way all the way around. So we scraped the back over there. Just got it down into this little catch. And you're just going to use your scraper and scrape it on down. All right. Pretty simple. All right. So let's go around back right here. For those who wonder what I do with the big griddle plate, I just stick it back here, and then the little griddle plate goes there, or the grill grate that I'm not using when I'm using the little grill plate goes there. But I just pull it out and set it aside for now. All right, so we have this bad boy open. All right, there's our mess right there, the grease, all that stuff we scraped down. So we're gonna go ahead and take this, throw it in the trash. What I do is lift off that tray, right? Toss this and add a new one. All right, so we got our new replacement tray. It's almost like it was designed to fit. Then go ahead and get it back in there. All right, and you're good to go with that. Okay, now we're just gonna go in here, take out the pellet hopper, dump whatever little ash is in there, and then I'll just take this little wire thing and just scrape any of the soot, anything on there, no big deal. Get on the inside, scrape the back, just make sure any bits are gone, no big deal. And don't worry about making a mess on the side right here. We're gonna wipe down the outside with those Crocodile Cloths. And then right here, where the wire mesh is, I'll just give it a nice little scrape over. And then up underneath the cover, you get some of that soot too. Just scrape that down. It's around the outside here too. Ready for the next use. Put that in there, shut it down. Now as far as the outside shelves go right here, I'm gonna give it a little degreaser. Right, this is pretty much for all the chrome on the machine. I'm just gonna take one of these Crocodile Cloths and just wipe it down like new, baby. We'll continue that on the side, and then I'll wipe down the controller with it too. Oops, I actually turned it on. And then I'll take one of those little dish rags and just wipe it down, dry it off a bit, and it's like new, baby. And we're gonna do that with all the chrome all over the grill here. Get all nice and shiny new. And then some of this discoloration and grease right here comes off with a little bit of elbow grease. A lot of the heat vents up right on the side here, so that's why you're getting a little discoloration. Get the rest of it. We got this thing all cleaned up. Now it's time to reassemble it, and then we're gonna fire it up. Just give it a nice burn through, get all the grease that I missed, kind of get it down a little bit. Guys, again, if you have any questions, throw them down below. But let's put this thing together and get it fired up. Then turn on the gas. Get this thing fired up. You can see the pilot burner going there. You give it a few seconds. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn it to the max. Got 600 degrees. And shut the lid and let it cook. All right, guys, you can hear it's firing up behind me. That's it for the cleaning part of this thing. Like I said, I'll have links below for everything I used in cleaning this bad boy. But other than that, that's it, guys. Pretty simple video. This is just a simple spring cleaning, not just like, I'm not grinding all day on it, but I just wanted to show you how to kind of take care of your FlexFlame, give it a nice clean. Guys, if you'd like to become a show producer like all the clean freaks scrolling across the screen right now, I think they'll like that. There's two ways to join up. Either you hit that Patreon link in my video description, or hit that join button right next to that subscribe button, which you should have already hit by now. But other than that, guys, we're done. Listen, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for hanging with CJ. Cheers.